The Berliner blueprint is certainly one of the rarest blueprints at the moment in Call of Duty Warzone or in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare time era. It was a blueprint that appeared back when Verdansk was still available, and now we just have Caldera, Rebirth Island, and Fortune's Keep. These blueprints, which was a set of five of them, were all achievable through a missions tab that we all used to have back in the Verdansk era. This missions tab is only available to Modern Warfare now, only surfacing these kinds of blueprints for multiplayer and co-op. However, when switching all the way back to Warzone, this mission tab doesn't appear at the moment. So in this case, how the hell do you unlock this blueprint? Well, obviously you have to have had to be there back in the Modern Warfare era. However, as a new Warzone player, those challenges still somehow track, even though if they're not available and visible for a new player to see, or for any player in that matter. I will quickly guide you to how you could potentially unlock these blueprints. However, do know that they are not going to track, knowing that these challenges are always going to be randomized. These challenges are randomized based on different new sets of challenges that appear after completing each set. However, the very first being the Berliner, this one will always be your very first one. You have to do a certain set of tasks in game to sort of complete the cycle of unlocking this blueprint. So let me introduce you to the following steps that you have to do to complete this challenge to unlock the Berliner. The second objective is to simply put ping an enemy. As soon as you see someone, just make sure you ping them, and that counts as the mission being done. The enemy has been pinged, and the challenge should be complete. Well, for that next part of the challenge. The next part of the challenge is to ping an object on the ground. As soon as you ping it, that challenge should also be done. The next part of the challenge is, again, very simple. Pick up an object from the ground. As long as it's picked up, well, it's the next part of the challenge to be completed. The next part of the challenge is to simply put, as soon as your loadout arrives or as soon as you buy one, to pick up your loadout and of course put it to use. That's all. That's the next part of the challenge complete. Oh, what the fuck? The next part of the mission is gas related. You have to sit exactly 1 second in the gas. With or without a gas mask, it doesn't matter. As long as you do go inside, that's what counts. The next part of the mission is vehicle based. Get on a vehicle and literally just drive it around for 5 minutes. It's not that long, however, it will take some time for this one to complete. As long as you do, get in a vehicle and drive it, that's fine. The next part of the mission is to simply put open 10 of these chests. Well, it isn't a hard challenge. Finding them in the first place is quite easy, but with how people always like to hoard loot, well, it's not gonna be that easy to survive while trying to unlock all of these. However, for a skilled player, or well, any player, it should be doable. And the final challenge is to insert 6 armor plates inside of you. Now, you could cheat this by simply damaging yourself constantly, then replating up. However, you'll mostly just end up plating up anyways inside of gunfights. And that's really it. As soon as you do all of those challenge parts, you will unlock the Berliner. It's surprisingly quite an interesting blueprint. While it isn't a meta build by any means, it can perform quite okay at close range for what it is built. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.